I can handle this. You know me. Come on. Do you really want to
Okay, what the hell is going on here?
Tendo trusts the show to me if anything happened to him, so I should be the one to host in his absence.
But I'm the only one here who has experience hosting a show like this. And I've even done so alongside Tendo in the past. I should get to host the show while he's gone.
It's my chance to do something for once. Come on, I can do this.
Enough! Look, what is the review on, anyway?
Carousel progress. Seems that Tendo has already started working on it before he was captured.
Yeah. Seems only the opening, future segment, and the final thoughts are completed. The rest of it is yet to be done.
Well then, why don't all three of you host the show? The ride's split into 4 segments, so between the 3 of you, why don't you each take one and work together on the history since Tendo's already handled one of them for you?
Well, if these 2 are in, I can agree to that.
Not the worst compromise.
Agree to that.
Either way, could you get on with it? We're trying to find a way to save our friend here.
Where's Jose anyway? I thought he was supposed to be helping you.
Oh, guys should be out looking on foot.
But, wait. I thought you said you didn't know where Carquist took him. How do you know where to look?
Exactly.
I am so lost right now.
Well, you're the dragon lady. That's it off at Disneyland.
This is gonna be a long day.
Oh, trust me, I know.
The Carousel of Progress, everyone! A bizarre historical artifact of an attraction that is quite the operating contradiction, being a unique standing time capsule of both the past as it was and how the past perceived its future. This unique attraction has proved quite the unique presence among whatever park it's occupied, and is definitely an attraction worth exploring.
So, who's gonna go first?
Well, I think that answers others. Who else but me?
Wait!
Well, this is gonna go great. Look, Tendo entrusted this to me. That at least means something, right?
That's fair.
Fine. So, Carousel Progress history. Let's go!
The Carousel Progress was first designed for an expansion to Disneyland called Edison Street, but was scrapped at the time due to technology not being ready for the development. But it was first built for the 1964 World's Fair, being one of the 4 different attractions created for the event due to Walt taking on more and more projects at the time to increase attention towards Disney's new technological innovation by making attractions for sponsors at the event.
Only 3 of which end up being taken to Disneyland to find a more permanent home. So, sucks to be you, Forge Magic Sky.
But it became the people mover.
Free already set up in Tomorrowland.
The attraction was only around in California for a short time, taking up the space only from 1967 to 1973, where every piece of the attraction except for the building and conveyance system was moved piece by piece to Orlando, Florida, opened in Magic Kingdom in 1975.
Huh. Guess Patrick was right.
What are you talking about?
This.
We should take
Carousel of Progress
and push it.
to Orlando!
Stoney, that clip was clearly edited.
Still right, though.
The show was put back together exactly as designed in Florida, remaining as it is ever since with the exceptions of refurbishment and upkeep, technically making it the only attraction in Orlando that Walt was able to have full creative input on before passing away.
Which to some Floridians has made it quite the valuable piece of the park's history that needs to be preserved for the sake of his legacy. And I get that. I mean, the resort is the only one with his name on it. At least something from his input should have a home there. I mean, this is Florida. It wouldn't for long we didn't have at least one old fossil sticking up things around there. Anyway, let's head into the attraction proper. This is the Carousel of Progress.
The show starts with entering the theater, where all we see to start off is the ride's logo displayed large before us.
Oh gee, how original.
Why don't you put it dead?
You have me there, Oda.
Anywho, the show in its modern iteration begins with a bit of narration.
Welcome to Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. Oh, you're in for a real treat.
A treat? But I thought there was no food or drink in here.
Funny enough, it's actually allowed. It's one of the few attractions that allows for eating inside.
Huh. The more you know.
The Carousel of Progress was Walt's own idea from beginning to end. He loved it. He introduced the show at the World's Fair in New York City in 1964, and it was an immediate smash hit.
Yeah, but they put pun was a low percent, so they didn't go flying that far. Come on, Kat. A significant amount of our audience would even get that reference. Try to be more general. Oh yeah, and you think you can do it better? Well, even give me the chance to. Why, I oughta.
Now, girls, come on. Teamwork. Puppeteers has to work together on this.
Shut up there.
No, that's just rude.
Fine, let's just keep going.
Millions of people came to see it. And since then, the Carousel of Progress has had more performances than any other stage show in the history of American theater.
British theater, that was another story entirely. So many Hamlets. Too many Hamlets!
And he himself was probably as American as anyone could possibly be.
No comment.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Anyway, the narration continues to say that this show will follow an American family over time, seeing the ongoing theme of progress explored before it finally ends and we hear this attraction's famous song ring out for the first time. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And now, a demonstration. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
And tomorrow is just a dream away.
Man had a dream, and that's the start.
He followed his dream with mind and heart.
And when it becomes a reality,
It's a dream come true for you and me. But there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
Anywho, let's see as the show starts off, heading into the 1890s.
When did you get to go first?
Well, given my turf, it only seems fitting I'm the furthest back.
That's a surprisingly good point from the likes of you. Oh well.
let's get into the main gimmick of this show, as the theater has multiple different scenes for its different segments. Unlike most shows of this kind, which would change up the scene itself like a theater, the audience are the ones moving, rotating around to the next scene all circle-like.
Well, I don't need to.
Let's do a musical number. Don't overdo it.
Yes, sir, buildings are towering now as high as 20 stories. And moving pictures flicker up on a big screen.
Also, our kids are out working in the coal mines because there's no child labor laws, and my wife can't leave me because she has no vote in government, and cannot divorce me without doing legal cause. There ain't no better time for a white man like me.
And I even hear tell about two brothers in North Carolina who are working on some kind of flying contraption.
And I'm sure no horrific tragedies will come from that invention. None at all.
So this incredible mustache with a boring white guy attached rattles on and on about the amazing new doohickeys he has to play. Until his wife shows up, talking about the amazing new inventions that can help get clothes washed faster.
We do have this new wash day marvel. Now it takes me only 5 hours to do the wash. Imagine, it used to take 2 days.
2 days clean a shirt, but use a shirt of a day, right? If it takes 2 days to clean a shirt, then eventually you're out of shirts. Some may right.
Perhaps they do all that laundry at the same time instead of one garment at a time. Idiot.
No, that ain't it.
Well, that's right, folks. Now Sarah has time for other things
Like canning and cleaning the oven.
Yes, dear.
And in all these years, he still hasn't gotten up from that chair to clean that oven. Lazy jerk.
Besides, it's not going to rain today. My lumbago isn't acting up.
I want to get your lumbago checked. Seems out of sorts.
So, after the scene where his son gets caught looking at porn,
And no, I'm not kidding about that. Surprised I stayed in all these years.
we see a few more little moments, leading him eventually to...
Yes, Patricia?
Papa, all these people. I'm indecent.
Don't worry, Patricia. They're friends.
So, you're just letting people see your daughter indecent because they're friends? Wow, what a creep. Your kids are better than you.
Oh, well, with all this talking, I've worked up quite a thirst. I think I'll take one of those newfangled trolleys down to the drugstore soda fountain and meet the boys for a cold sarsaparilla.
Oh, come on, Disney. Don't be censoring yourself. The guy's drinking beer. Don't be pulling this sarsaparilla shit now.
And with that, we sing the song, bringing an end to our time before the 20th century. Take it away.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every...
Party sing the song. Moving on as we head into the 1920s.
We've come a long way, though, since the turn of the century, over 20-some-odd years ago. You know that pilot fella, Charles Lindbergh? He's about to fly a single-wing airplane all the way across the Atlantic. He's never going to make it.
So that would put this around early 1927, as that flight took place in May of that year. I wonder if anything else is happening around that time. No, you agreed to each get a segment. You made your bed here, Nana. Time to lie on it.
And there's been ads in the paper for months for a movie starring Al Jolson. And he's going to talk and sing. Oh, boy, I've got to see that. There goes Schwartz in his upmobile. He sure loves that horn.
Wait a minute. This time period. Schwartz, Middle America. Oh God, sounds like Uniform and his tongue stuck to the steering wheel.
So the man continues prattling on about technological advancements and...
Okay, look. I know Tendo usually saves these overarching points for near the end of videos, but I'm going to say my piece on this. I don't know if I'll get another opportunity, so here we go.
The attraction discusses progress as a concept as if it were discussing an overall basis. When you really look at the nature of this show, it only discusses technological progress.
And even by the 1960s, when this show first opened, there were major elements of social progress to be discussed here.
For an example of what I'm talking about, the 19th Amendment was passed in 1919, meaning that women had finally gotten the long-fought-for right to vote during this time. Not to mention the social upheaval and change that happened in the working world as a result of changes like that.
I'm just saying, perhaps this show should have been called the Carousel of Technological Progress. And reducing things down to just that, it's reading like it's showcasing progress overall, and it's a bit disturbing if I'm being honest.
I mean, this is following a white family in Middle America. Granted, that's to be expected given the time period this was made in, but by doing so, it only highlights the incongruities here. Almost like they can toss away any social progress of any kind aside because the white men in charge can say, "Fuck you, got mine."
Anyway, sorry to rant. It's just something's been bothering me. Let's continue.
So, after the lights go out due to a blown fuse, the fuse is replaced by the son of the family, allowing us to see the room once more, along with the man's wife making... costumes?
Ma'am, it's 4th of July, or Halloween. I think you have your holidays mixed up.
Until you see what I've got planned for the fireworks show tonight.
Grover, don't interrupt while Sarah's interrupting.
And guess who volunteered to choose the music for the program?
I did, Pop. Listen to this.
Okay, kid, that's the most overused fireworks music ever. Do better.
So, after the son shows off his music with Grandpa just sitting there, silently, probably dead, someone should check on him. We cut to the daughter of the family.
Better get a move on. The radio says folks are arriving downtown.
Do I really have to go? If my new boyfriend Theodore sees me in this, it'll scare him away.
Okay, what kind of pansy-ass boyfriend do you have that's afraid of statues? I mean, can you imagine?
Yeah, what's so scary about statues? Ah, giant woman!
By the way, we have indoor plumbing now. Oh boy, that's really great on cold nights.
And thank goodness for it. Those open-air toilets were awkward.
And with that, we end our time in the 1920s.
And thus, I have to hand this all over to my turn as we head into the 1940s. Let's go, everyone. It's Nazi season.
And yes, by all irony, this takes place on Halloween in the 1940s.
Okay, play it.
Well, it's another Halloween here in the fabulous 40s. Everything is better than ever now.
I thought that someday I get to enjoy those luxuries I'm imagining back home. But instead, I'm out here on the battlefield since I've been drafted.
Anyway, the man prattles on about new technology of the time that's become mundane today, yada yada yada.
You know, I predict the day when millions of people will learn Latin and Greek sitting in front of their TV sets.
Well, people can do that, but let's be honest. Has anyone actually learned a language via television beyond the age of 5? No. You really sit there rotting your brain out like an idiot, wouldn't you? You see, that's why the smart viewers go to the internet. The only real difference is that you have a lower budget and can curse more. My segment! Hey, what the hell? Cabbages! When did Disney start selling cabbages? I mean, seriously.
After a short cutaway to the grandparents watching a TV boxing match, we show the son of the family.
Hey, Dad, what do you think of my jack-o'-lantern?
Oh, boy, that's scary.
Really? That's scary? Yikes, I think I might have found a bigger pussy than Tendo.
Hoy, the guy's encaptured by a figure of his childhood trauma. Show him some respect.
My segment, get out!
Oh.
Geez, can't even call it a guy's cowardice anymore.
That's because I'm using my beautiful sister Patty's picture for a model.
Down, Rover. Jim, Rover appreciates your joke.
Whoa! I get sibling rivalry, but a father endorsing that behavior? What the hell, old man? You know what? She doesn't need any of this bull. She should get out of this house and find a family that'll treat her better. One that'll really treasure her. Treasure? Where? I should have figured this would happen.
Right after, we meet the daughter in question, utilizing an old-style exercise machine.
Okay, look, I ended up doing a lot of research into whatever the heck this thing is, and let's just say it makes no sense here. So I will give the cliff notes. It's even older than the 1890s where the show began. It didn't work, was a total sham, and an absolutely insane weight loss fad that would make modern infomercial devices look credible.
Oh, poor Howard. I wonder what they said about me when I was dating Sarah.
Hey, the clock said it, not us.
Well, we're caught up in the do-it-yourself craze these days. We're remodeling our basement into something called a rumpus room.
Oh, come on, man. We all know you're talking about BDSM dungeon. Don't be coy now.
John, this papering is getting out of hand. I could use a little help.
Now, Sarah, didn't I set up that clever automatic paint stirring machine for you?
Yes, John, you're a genius. Of course, this will ruin my food mixer. Not that you'd care.
Okay, I might have made it a bit obvious talking about this, but I'd say it outright now. This guy sucks!
The fathers of the other time periods had their issues. Totally. But this guy is 100% fine-grade dick weasel. From the way he talks down to his daughter, is completely uncaring of his wife's needs and feelings, and encourages the harassment his son partakes in on a regular basis.
He's an asshole.
And yes, I get it. 1960s, different standard, but just because you're from a different time period doesn't excuse being an asshole to the people in your life and encouraging your son to be a dick to women. Just, what the hell, 40s dad?
40's dad, he's a real piece of shit.
Yeah, Cat, call this guy out. Talk about a creep.
Look, girls, give him the benefit of the doubt. He's having a bit of fun. Don't be so sensitive.
I'd advise shutting up now if you want to keep your tongue bare.
Come on, Nami, help me out, huh?
3, 2...
And thank goodness that's where it ends, as we leave the 40s behind.
Aww, sorry guys, no Nazis here. Perhaps next season. Anyway, it's time to head on over to the future! Take it away, Tendo!
Yeah, let's go!
Get off me!
Hey, that wasn't very nice.
Fuck off, Bear! Get out of my spotlight!
We need to share!
You're just butted in for no reason. At least Nami has some kind of claim here. And I'm taking it back.
And now, we head into the future!
Ah, yes, the future. Let's see how this attraction handles what to them must have seemed like a far-flung time beyond their grasp. As we head into the future, we see it's Christmas time for our fine future friends.
Christmas! Finally, I have an excuse to wear this. Best time of the year. Bring the festive cheer and happy songs. Let's make merry every... Who cares if it's May? The segment takes place at Christmas time, so I'm celebrating. Aww. Fine. Party pooper.
So, let's see what wacky inventions they thought we'd be playing with in the future, huh?
Yes! 300 points, my best score yet.
Well, it was peaceful until Santa brought that new virtual reality space pilot game.
You mean like Star Wars Squadrons on the PSVR? Well, that's to be expected. They're making a lot of guesses. Some of them had to be right. Right?
Hey everybody, I'm done programming our new voice activation system.
Now all our household items will do anything we tell them to do.
You mean, like, Alexa? Pfft, come on, it's just coincidence. It's not like they actually predicted the future, right?
John, the oven should respond to your voice commands now. Give it a try.
Oh, okay. Here goes. Temperature to 375.
Ah! What were you thinking? Specify the oven and other temperature when giving orders! Ah!
I can't believe all the new gadgets they've got now. You know, in my day...
Oh no, you're not going to tell us about the old days when you didn't even have a car phone.
Hey, Trish, for a while we didn't even have a house phone. Not to mention laser discs and high-def TV.
Oh my god, that's real. That's actually real. In fact, we're beyond Laserdisc at this point. Far beyond. Okay, Disney, where are you hiding the time travel tech? Tell me! You couldn't have predicted this! Tell me!
Yeah, I've been lampshading it admittedly, but it's kind of scary just how accurately they predicted things here. Between VR tech, voice-activated devices, virtual reality gaming, they called it all. They surprisingly didn't include a large amount of the tech that people predict in futuristic scenarios that we don't have, like teleporters and hover cars. It's kind of scary just how much their vision of the future has actually turned into a vision of the present.
Check it out, Dad. Grandma's up to 975 points.
Wow, 975?
John, what's wrong with the oven?
What?
And that is what I have to say. Alexa?
But hey, as long as we're all here and happy and together for the holidays, who cares if I burned our Christmas turkey?
I do. I'm starving.
Yes, of course your family cares. I mean, you know what no turkey means? No turkey. No turkey sandwiches. No turkey salad. No turkey gravy. Turkey hash. Turkey a la king. Or gallons of turkey soup. Gone. All gone.
Don't worry, Dad. Someday everything's gonna be so automated you won't ever have to cook another Christmas turkey again.
Maybe. But if that future where everything is automated and robots take all the jobs does happen, they'll need some kind of nuclear commerce. Otherwise, how will the lower class survive without those jobs? The people at the top would be all that's left, and there's nowhere near enough of them to support a population. So, our automated utopian future where robots do all the menial jobs, leaving humanity create all the art and creative expression, and that's it, is basically doomed to an eternity of non-existence as long as capitalism gets in the way. Food for thought.
And with that, the family sings one last time as we head back to the beginning, ending our little journey through the 20th century.
So, final thoughts. What do I think of this classic Walt era attraction? Well, it's dated and has some serious issues, no doubt. But overall, this is a fascinating time capsule of when it was put together that's interesting to explore.
Yes, there's some majorly problematic issues with this ride's narrative and its limited viewpoint of what it considers progress. But for an attraction first designed in the 1960s, that's to be expected. The cheesy yet interesting narrative does make this a bizarrely fascinating watch, even if it can be quite a bit kitsch. Not to mention the bizarre level of future insight for the future segment is truly awe-inspiring and shocking in just how much it gets right, to the point where over time, it actually has become a representation of tomorrow that has slowly become today. Truly, this is a bizarre piece of theme park history that, while I question in many ways, I do have respect for and quite enjoy. While it doesn't have my full endorsement, I will say it's worth checking out regardless.
Well, that was interesting.
Look, I know we've been fighting this whole time, but we're all friends here. Let's just put this behind us and work with what we have, okay?
Yeah, let's leave this behind us. We're better than this. Truce. Truce.
Anyway, so that's our time. Don't forget to like, comment,
and subscribe.
And don't worry, we'll try to get Tendo back for next time. We can't make any promises.
In the meantime, wish us luck and see you next time, Seal fans.
Goodbye!
never would have expected an insignificant little beast such as you to get my attention. And yet, here we are.
Please, just let me go.
Only when you give me what I want. And what that is has been made quite clear to you, seal.
Look, I'd hand it over if I could, but it chose me. I have no clue how to give it to you.
Try harder. Or do you find this fun?
Fuck you. Why don't you just take it?
A clever deception, I'm surprised. Didn't expect that from such a dim-witted creature as you.
Why do you want my power anyway? Why do you do all this?
I so rarely get the chance to share my wondrous discovery down here, so I might as well indulge. Do you know what this is, seal?
Crystal? So, what? Is this some kind of jewelry scam for money?
Do not think me so simple-minded that mere profit is my motive. I have plenty of that as a side effect of my conquest. No, this is a special kind of crystal created in the ocean bedrock when electric charge in the ocean solidifies after hundreds of years. As the one who discovered it, I naturally got the right to name it, and thus, the wondrous mineral, Carousel.
What's so special about it?
Did you not hear me? This mineral is crystallized electricity. More compact energy storage than any battery could possibly hold. Just one crystal the size of a grain of sand could power one of my robots for a decade. No, not too basic. That's just the fun way. And with the technology I could access with your power, I could accelerate my mining efforts tenfold. I have big plans for this discovery, and I will need a lot more of it to fulfill them. So now, let's see about some different methods to get that wondrous power and title out of you. You pathetic little creature.